Hey guys, so today I wanted to show you how you can make a sustainable shelf for your kitchen using only two materials, corrugated piping and reclaimed wood. When Kelsey and I moved into our new apartment, it was pretty small, it's in the city, and we realized we really had no space in our kitchen. We only had one cabinet, if that. So I wanted to utilize an entire wall to house all of our dishes, and I think it came out pretty good. So I'm gonna show you how you can do the same in your home. So first you wanna start out with designing your shelf. Since it's made out of metal corrugated piping, you can really configure it in a lot of different ways. I'm using 3 different pipes drilled into studs, and something I didn't see was a bar going across half of the length so that we can hang our pots and pans, because we have a lot of pots and pans and they wouldn't really fit in our cupboards, so I really wanted to hang them off of the shelf. Really all the tools that I used to build my shelf were a hammer, a measuring tape, a stud finder, a drill, and some sandpaper. Here's all the pieces that I used for this shelf. I used all 1/2-inch piping, 4 flanges to hook to the wall, 3 3-inch straight pieces to bring the pot rack out from the wall, 3 T-connectors, 4 5-inch straight pieces, and then on the end I put end caps. So you're gonna need 3 of those. It kind of just gives it a more professional look instead of having exposed piping. I used a 4-inch straight piece there, 2 elbows to connect the pot rack to the top. The pot rack bar itself is a 34-inch straight piece, and then on the pot rack, I just got these hooks from IKEA. You can find them at any hardware store though. You can have as many as you want. And then the last piece you need is the board on top. You can use 1, I use 2 just because I like the recycled, kind of reclaimed look, and they went together pretty well. Before you buy your wood, you want to make sure you measure it. Mine was about 75 inches long to cover the 3 supports. My first board was 3 inches wide, and then my second one was another 6 inches wide. I didn't want it to come off from the wall too far since it was in our kitchen, but you can just measure and do whatever works for you. Next, you want to sand down your boards to give it that kind of raw wood look. You can put a sealer on it. I didn't because I liked the raw look, but you can do like a gloss or make it just a little darker. Then you want to measure out the studs. It's really important to, if you're putting a lot of dishes, to screw in the flanges to the studs. So I just used the stud finder and then marked the holes with the flange holes and then drilled them. I also, when I wasn't on a stud, I used the drywall anchors, so that way it would give it just a little bit more support. And the studs are about 16 inches apart, so keep that in mind when you're measuring the length of your wood. You want to make sure it covers all your supports. Then you'll want to screw your flanges into the walls. Mine was already up, so I'm just tightening up these screws. Now you'll want to screw in all of your pieces together and hope that it all fits. This entire shelf, by the way, cost me about $40 to $60 to all put together. Now just keep in mind, if you guys get a longer board, you're going to want to get longer piping so that the board shelf fits flush against the end cap. Also, to do the pot rack, it was a little tricky. I was originally going to connect it to this middle support right here, but I couldn't find a pot rack pipe that was the exact measurement to connect it. So I just used another flange and screwed it into the bottom of the shelf. But just to note, this straight piece has to be longer than the other one since it's not connected to the T. So that is actually a 4-inch straight piece. This is actually a 5-inch. And then the last support over here is just normal. I just used a T, and you can build off of it maybe in the future. Now you just want to put on the board itself and it should fit pretty flush. Mine's a little rocky, but that's okay. The last step is to put the dishes on your shelf, and once they're up there, it kind of gives it a finished look. The thing that works with this shelf is using dishes that kind of look good exposed and not a whole different mix of different dishes, because then it'll just look messy and cluttered. So that's how I built my shelf. I hope that helps you guys out a little bit. It's really helped Kelsey and I with a lack of storage in our kitchen. It fits a lot of dishes, and then our pots and pans, we still haven't even unpacked those, but they go under the shelf, and it looks good. I mean, I was pretty proud of myself. This is the first shelf I've ever built, and it was actually really fun to do it. So if you guys liked this video, give it a big old thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and leave in the comments below if you guys make your own different designs and creations. This is only one configuration that you can do, but I'd like to see if you guys make anything. So send us a picture, comment below, and tell us what you think. Thanks for watching, guys.